The tequila is, yeah, that's the really driving force. That's the thing, for me at least. The dream is that we create a team around Hobbs that the world will love and have the best time with, and create a team around Hobbs that is a motley crew of unique characters, but all the best in class at what they do. And all of them self-deprecating in their humor. The whole crew. That's what I would like. And then, when they're best in their class, they're lethal. And they can kill and kick ass. But then they have just the greatest time. So, I mean, that's the goal. And then we all get drunk.
The one thing I will say, we got an incredible writer. Drew Pearce was someone that came in to write the voice and the backstory for Deckard Shaw. And he's a fellow Brit. And I swear to God, he just took the integrity of what Shaw stands for and the backstory for Brixton and really sort of doubled down on it. And, you know, I leave the smart things to the smart people. I do what I don't sort of jump out of lane and go, right, let me take care of the narrative.
I think my character, it would be a little bit of what happened when he goes in the water, and then what was the backstory between him and Jason. That's what I would do with it, and then basically figure out what would he do next, because he got turned up. Well, spoiler alert! In the end of the film, you're not sure who he's working for.
I think a mission on her own without any of the boys and just get like a whole girl gang and go sort everyone out. My mum is, I mean, she's going to break herself out of prison, yeah. And probably us two on some world mission.
I think my character, first up, he has to have a shave.
Yeah, I think we all needed that. They're a little different here today.
If he comes back. I don't know if he's the kind of guy that's going to leave the island. That's my issue with my character.
I think we have to see.
I think this character is much more, because the thing is, we've got so many accents. We've got all of these different accents. So it's hard to say where we were actually raised. We're in Samoa now,
influences,
but we've got a lot of different looks and shapes and sizes amongst the brothers and what's going on there. You know, there's a lot of story to be examined and unfold.
You know what? He's not going to accept that. Contrary to that, I wouldn't accept him, beating me. I think the best thing is to leave this in a place where they still think they're better than each other, because that is part of the essence of why they are so dominant in their own heads, is the fact that they do think they could beat the crap out of each other and believe it to a point where they just see red mist. It's very important for these two defined characters to retain that. I never say never, but I don't know if I'm sort of cut out to be running around in a cape and having superpowers. I don't know. I don't sort of go, I want to play him, and I don't have a fantasy to do that. If the right thing landed on my lap, I'd have a look at it, but the glove would have to fit the hand. I'm not sort of, trying to kick Tom Holland out so I can be Spider-Man for a day. I don't know what I'd be, and therefore, you just have to see what comes down the line. There's a load of things I want to do, and there's probably a lot of things I want to do before doing one of those.
It was such a great new experience, I like to challenge myself. I like to put myself in uncomfortable situations to see how I respond. It was definitely a challenge to kind of, come in up to speed, or at least try to get myself there every single day and be smart to my atmosphere. And it's just different. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to, being in front of a different, atmosphere and a different setup opposed to the ring and our backstage and everything. I feel very comfortable because I've been in that and I've taken those reps over and over and over. But to be able to transition, you have to kind of just give yourself a day or two to acclimate yourself to the experience. But just a really good opportunity around some of the greatest in the business, if not the best in the business, to really just kind of pick me up and help me out and get me used to the deep end. So it was an awesome experience that it definitely didn't turn me away. I'm back here wanting some more. So
he's a natural.
It was fun.
You're gonna see this guy plenty.
Kevin Hart is one of our surprise cameos. in the movie. And we also have one more surprise cameo too. Now, Kevin and Jason had never worked before. Jason was crying because was so funny. And Kevin and I have this easy chemistry. So in the middle of the scene, I would literally just say, Kevin, say that thing that we used to say, blah, blah, blah. And then he would get back in character and he'd say it. And Jason, you just see Jason shaking. It was so funny. With Idris, Vanessa, Kevin Hart, who's a surprise in the movie. The other surprise we have, that's an indicator of who the next team will be. So I wanted to create that too. So I think when audiences see it, they're gonna go, oh, wow, okay. This person who we're gonna say is in the movie, he's a surprise. I'm not gonna say his real name. I'll say his other identity, Deadpool. Ryan is a brilliant writer. He had really locked in to just this idea earlier on. I've known Ryan for years, so it was, okay, all right, dude, here's the scene, and we want to set up that we have a backstory, that we were partners, and the promise that we're gonna be together in the next movie. Go. He's like, got it. He'll go off and he'll write brilliantly, and here comes the set, and this is his power space. So when he got there, he was just in it. And then we just play, because I trust him and we have this great chemistry, and before you know it, I mean, it's one of the loudest you hear people laughing throughout the movie is that moment when when we see each other and he shows the tattoo and the whole thing. Who would win in a fight between Deadpool and Hobbs? I would have to say pre-tequila, Deadpool. Hobbs drunk on tequila? I gotta give it to Hobbs. Well, it might be Deadpool. Deadpool's a badass. The tequila is, that's the really driving force. That's the thing, for me at least. We're gonna do another movie together. We're doing Red Notice together, myself, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. And the fun we're gonna have in that, but Hobbs and Shaw is the prelude. Then the next Hobbs and Shaw. It's all in the head.